Ms. Burgosh?
Yes, how are you?
Everything's well. We're going to start probably in 1 minute.
Okay, thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
Okay. Good morning. Welcome as I call to order the January 31st special meeting of the Escambia County School Board. Whether you are joining us via live stream or in the audience, we appreciate your interest in the education of the students of Escambia County. Please silence your cell phones and other electronic devices at this time. There will be a public forum session for agenda items only, and then a public forum at the end of the meeting for any items regarding school district business or public education. If you wish to speak at either of the forums, you must complete the appropriate form located on the table in the rear of the room and bring it forward to Ms. Harris at the front table. If you wish to speak at both forums, you must fill out 2 forms. All speaker forms must be submitted prior to the start of the agenda public forum. This meeting was properly advertised on January the 2nd, legal notice 10831456. At this time, we will move to the adoption of the agenda. Mr. Superintendent, are there any changes or deletions to your recommended agenda?
No, sir. Mr. Chair, there are no additions and/or deletions as customary when it relates to the out of field. We put the item on the agenda and we waited as long as we possibly could to actually put the backup there, so there didn't end up being any additions or deletions. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Superintendent. Do I have a motion to adopt the agenda?
So moved.
Thank you. Any discussion? No discussion, please vote. Ms. Burgosh?
Yes.
Passes 5-0.
Thank you. Seeing we do not have any public forums up the front, we will move forward to item number 3, human resources, instructional and professional. We will take each of these sections as a single vote. First, section 3, human resources, instruction and professional. Is there a motion on items A, B, C, and D?
I'll move the appointments.
I'll
Mr. Chair.
second.
Thank you. Is there any discussion on these items?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes.
Can we get an update on how we're doing our hiring on teachers and everything? Are we still a little bit? I think it was getting a lot better, wasn't it?
Oh, it's incredible. Ms. Crosstag, you want to provide that update?
I can't give you a percentage right now, but we are so far ahead than we've been in the last 5 years. We're almost full. I can't give you the numbers. I can get them to you. I will tell you at this point, when you start hiring after February, March, the salary goes down because you're getting paid on those days you work. So it slows down now, but we're getting ready to hire next year's batch, and we're working on that. We're working on the hiring event, And so our goal is always to be fully staffed by the first day of school. So that's where we are right now, getting ready for the next school year.
How about our support personnel while you're at it? They,
If
bus
Ms.
drivers on
Crosstag
it pretty good?
If Ms. Crosstag doesn't mind, I'll help her out there.
Okay.
Really pretty good, especially in transportation, and hopefully with the salary implementation that'll be coming to you here in the next couple of months, it'll even help us greater. But one of the divisions where we are in need of employees is in our maintenance division.
In your what division?
Maintenance
Oh, yes.
division. I want to say we have it's either 27 or 28 vacancies. In particularly, in the plumbing shop, we need some individuals that are ready to go to work for us. And we're going to attack that just like we do anytime we find ourselves in a situation where we need employees. I will tell you, even with the small crew that we do have of a couple of hundred, they did an incredible job during the historic snowstorm that nobody would have ever believed. I didn't ever believe we'd have anything like that, but getting us back up and running in a very short period of time. We asked that no one get on the road when it wasn't necessarily safe. They did wait. We had our trailer residents at each site check our campuses. They were on site, and then the very next day, I want to say beginning Saturday, we had those crews out at each site, and we were able to mitigate any damage or further damage that might occur. But if you know of anyone, heavy equipment operator, diesel mechanic, plumber, please let them know what a great place we are to work.
Thank you, sir.
The main shop.
Yes, sir, Mr. Fesco.
Probably Ms. Odom would have to answer this, but could we require that anyone that speaks at public forum on a regular basis has to work as a plumber in the school districts when Larry shows up?
I feel certain that Mr. Downs would be delighted with that proposal. I do think that we need to clarify what the motion is, because what was being considered was 4 items: the appointments, out-of-field, resignations, and leaves of absence.
I think I moved just one.
You did. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure that
Okay.
everybody was clear. We're just talking about appointments
Just appointments.
for that vote.
Okay.
But if the board wants to handle them all as a single vote, you can. It's just that the motion would need to be stated that way. I wasn't clear because as it was presented by the chair, it was 4 items.
Right.
But then the motion that was made pertained to just one, and if that's the way you want to do it, that's fine. I just want to make sure that everyone's on the same.
Yes, we can change my motion to include all items. The appointments, out of field, resignation, retirements, and other, that's C, and leaves of absence is D.
Can I get a?
And
do
that
we
would need a second to
We
that.
need a second. Okay, it's been motion and second. Any more discussion on all 4 items? If not, please vote. Please vote, Ms. Burgos.
Yes.
Approved 5-0.
Next item is item 4, Human Resources Educational Support. Can I get a motion motion for items A, B, C, and D?
I move the approval of item 4, A, B, C, and D.
I second that motion.
Is there any discussion? No discussion, please vote. Ms. Burgos?
Yes. Yes.
Approved 5-0.
This moves us to section 5, operations. Is there a motion on items A, B, and C?
I move that items A, B, and C be approved.
I second.
There's a motion and second. Is there any discussion? No discussion, please vote. Ms. Burgos?
Yes.
Approved 5-0.
This brings us to public forum. We don't have any forums for public forum. And before I adjourn, I'd just like to say how much I enjoyed the snow with my grandkids. I never thought that a 65-year-old grandfather would be playing around in the snow, and I'm sure all of us probably enjoyed and had pictures of memories. So it was great. Glad it's gone. That's why I live in Florida. Any other comments before we leave?
I would like to make a
Yes,
comment.
Mr. Williams, oh, I'm sorry. I have a question. Ms. Crossack had mentioned about a higher-end event. I just wanted to find out what dates. Is that higher-end event or any upcoming job fairs? Can you hear me?
Yes, it's me. I was having trouble turning my microphone on. So
Oh, okay.
that won't happen until we do staffing, which is starting
Okay.
next month, and then we have to get everything together. So the teacher job fair will be May the 3rd at Washington High School. And then we'll also have ed support in 160, but we don't have those dates yet. But before any of that can happen, there's a lot of staffing that has to go into play, and we have to have all our meetings with the directors and the principals and see also who's retiring. So we have to let our employees tell us
Okay.
who's
Okay.
retiring.
Yeah. Thank you. I just wanted to make sure we get that information out to our community and let them know about the upcoming job fairs so they can participate.
We will definitely advertise in every way possible.
Okay.
They'll be on
Great.
billboards.
Thank you
and
so much.
Thank
Mr.
you.
Har-
Yes.
Mr. Harrell?
You know, I watched my grandkids play in the snow for 2 days, and I never thought I would see that. And the people in the room didn't, you know, they were probably thinking the same thing. This is a one-time-in-a-lifetime event for us. My grandkids their faces were so red, they were so cold, and they had never experienced that before, but 2 solid days they stayed out there in it.
Yeah.
And then, at the very beginning of it, I thought about, oh my goodness, all the problems this is going to create for our community. You know, we don't have snow plows. Pipes are going to burst and all these things. And then when it was all over with, I looked back at it and I said, don't we have a wonderful team, because they responded, they did a good job. So congratulations to all the employees who were giving up their time while my grandkids and I were out playing in the snow. They were out working. So they're to be commended, Mr. Superintendent, for that, and you for your diligence in staying on top of things. So that's all I had to say. Yeah.
Do you have something, Mr. Superintendent?
I do want to speak to what will happen next month. So the February agenda will be quite an agenda, because there's going to be a number of items that would have been approved a week and a half ago, that will be on that agenda. We will make certain that Ms. Odom and I have we've had good conversation about how to be able to address those items that will now be moving forward. So there's a good chance that there will be a descriptor somewhere in that agenda that speaks to the fact that a lot of those items have January the 19th or whatever the effective date was. I just wanted to be sure you were prepared for that, because some of them were time sensitive, but they were not something that we necessarily had to have on this agenda. I think I hit everything on that particular item. So that's what I wanted to be sure you knew.
Yes, sir. And also tonight is the Teacher of the Year celebration at Washington High School.
Tonight at 7 o'clock, we will have the 2024-2025 Teacher of the Year ceremony. It's going to be quite an event. Look forward to seeing all of you there, and you be safe driving, Ms. Burgash.
Thank you. I'm not driving right now.
7 o'clock. Good. 7 o'clock.
Anything else for the good of the order? If not, we are adjourned.